So we're back.
We are.
Never.
We are back.
Never skipped a beat, did we? It was only 6 years or so.
Yeah. I mean, it was a little bit of time. Wasn't too long.
I was listening to the old podcasts, and I was telling Zach and Dad and Sam about how it kind of like it's cool to go back and listen to. You know, that was 2019. I think we had our last one. You know, obviously we're doing it just for fun.
Yeah.
But going back and listening to and like hearing, you know, I'm talking about my first days at Aqua Leisure.
Mm-hmm.
And how I was like, I think part of it I was talking about, I had just bought my Corolla.
Yep.
Because you were making fun of my Nissan in one podcast, and then like 2 episodes later or whatever, and then we did 11. I was talking about how I just bought the Corolla. Mm-hmm. Now, a month ago, I bought the truck.
You just bought a truck?
Zach's driving around the Corolla.
Yep. It's crazy how there's like milestones in between. Like the car milestones.
The 6 years. 6 years is a long time to go. It passed by. That was COVID.
Yeah.
COVID's...
I think we started before COVID. The last one.
We did.
Yeah.
No, we started in 2019.
Then
And
COVID
we ended
happened.
in 2019.
Yeah, COVID ended it. Not really, but we were.
Well, it was preemptive. We
Yeah.
were like, well, it's coming.
We were getting ready for COVID. We knew it was coming. We were like, might as well stop now. Won't be able to
While
film.
we're ahead.
Yeah.
15 views. Can't really beat that.
You can't. There was like 8 subscribers. It was.
And 5 of them were grandma. Hopefully none of them were Jess.
She's definitely not allowed. She knows the rules.
We'll get a couple of our family members on here just so, you know, several years when, you know, we have kids and...
It's gonna be weird having to like share the mic down. Be like, do that number right there.
No, they're gonna stand. They're gonna sit across the room. We're not gonna be able to see them or hear them, but they're gonna be there.
Okay.
And we're gonna kind of tell people, you know, they're there. You know,
They're there.
They can peek in.
Yeah, they can look at us.
Jess can be like on a ladder.
Yep.
Out the
She can't be
window.
in the room.
She's not allowed in the room.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just so that we can kind of, you know, years to come and be like, well, this was grandma. This was not this. You don't get to know what Jess was.
Yeah, no, she'll be forgotten.
No, we can.
She's only rumored. She's a legend.
Yeah, so far.
Like the Loch Ness Monster. Yeah, Abel. He was in the whole podcast.
Yeah, he was. I listened to that. And we were in the closet. You could still hear him.
Yep. I'm sure you can hear him on this one.
Oh, you can definitely.
Hopefully he doesn't keep doing that.
Luckily, your mom's already home, so.
Yep.
There's no.
She's napping. Barking. She told me she was taking a nap.
Yeah, no, I came in. I wanted to show her my business cards.
You're like, she's not here.
Yeah, she's asleep.
Chris gets off at 4. Yeah, so I think we're good.
But
on the last podcast, I was talking about how I'd get my phone taken away at lunch.
Yeah, you were in school.
Like I was in high school still. It's crazy to think about that. I couldn't even drive. I was a loser. It was freshman year.
I was picking you. I think I had picked. Chris was taking you to work. Sometimes I was picking you up from school. Chris was taking you home.
Yeah.
Because you were 15. I remember you talking about filling jugs.
Yep.
At Aqua Leisure.
And this is just sitting there in the sun, filling jugs, chlorine.
Yeah, it's brutal. Bleeds through all your clothes.
Yep. Ruined a lot of khakis and work shirts. Some socks too. But
yeah. Well,
you know. The socks I have now, I've worn through them. Like they're getting holes.
I have one of your socks in my room.
There's a hole in it? Or you just
I haven't checked.
You just have it to remember me?
Yeah. No, it's in the laundry. Weird. Somehow my socks get mixed up, I think, from the dryer or whatnot.
Yeah, socks are pretty interchangeable.
Yeah.
I don't know who's. You usually wear mixed color socks.
Yeah, this is the first time I've matched my socks.
Yeah, I've never seen that. I've never seen that before. And yeah.
Because I don't fold. Like my laundry is on my bed, just thrown across. You can't really decipher what's there, so I'm just like sock right there.
Sock right there.
I mean, I try to get the same brand, the same style, but colors.
Yeah.
You know, as long as it's not like red and green.
Going to mix.
Yeah. I was today we started. I did like 4 jobs. And me and Sam, we took the truck to get the windows tinted.
Mm-hmm.
So I got the front windows to match the back.
Oh.
It's 20%.
You got your windows tinted?
On the truck, and I got that tint strip across the top today.
So it's like half, or like slight.
Yeah, it's just like what you got, your blue one.
Yeah,
but mine's
tinted.
Black.
Yeah.
So I asked them because I was gonna maybe go darker, kind of like Sam's car.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "Oh, that'll be $400 to do all the windows and the tint
I guess
strip."
bigger windshield, yeah.
Yeah, and they got to take it off, so I get it. But I was like,
there was already tint on there.
Yeah, I have tint.
So yeah, they cost you to remove it.
Yeah, they got to remove it. So it was $200 for the front windows.
Mm-hmm.
and the tint strip. Sam got it for my birthday coming up.
Oh.
But yeah, that's $400 was not something I was willing to. I was like, it's dark enough. It's pretty dark. I think it's darker than your windows.
Oh, mine's 35 all around.
Okay, so mine must be 20.
So it's like barely, yeah.
Yours is
and 35 is technically illegal.
Yeah.
The front, yeah.
But they can't pull you over strictly for your
tint.
But they can make something up.
Yeah, they can be like
going
you're
2 miles over the speed limit to be like, oh, technically you were speeding.
Or they can say your license plate headlights out during midday.
Yeah, you ain't got no license plate headlights. It's like I don't even know what their actual name is.
Yeah. Like, why do you? It's daytime. You can see my license plate. Like I couldn't.
I remember when I was at Priority, which actually when we first started the other podcast, I was at Priority getting ready to leave because we started on Chuck Norris's birthday.
Yeah.
Remember that March 20th?
Really?
That'll let me know if I got that wrong, but
I remember in the comments that's what he commented.
That was the only thing. He was always coming on there just to mention Chuck Norris or doing his things. But when I was working with him at Priority, the Snap-on guy came in back to the getting pulled over, and he said that he got pulled over one time for speeding, and his excuse was I was listening to whatever he was listening to, Shinedown or Nickelback. He was like, the music got me so, I was so into the music I wasn't paying attention and my foot just got heavier. And the cop let him go. So he got off just because of the music that he was listening to. But
the cop was like, I like Shinedown.
Yeah. He's like, that's a good song.
So you gotta be driving fast too.
Yeah, I get it.
Whenever I know there's a cop near me, I'll do the speed limit and like it annoys them. They always do like 5 over.
Yeah, because especially if they're behind you.
Yeah.
I can see them. Like if I'm far back and I'm watching, I'm like, look at that idiot. He's going slow. Yep. The cop's behind him. He's probably terrified. But when I'm in that position,
yeah, like I'm doing the speed limit.
Yeah.
And then when the cop passes me, I'm like, I'm not gonna catch up or do the same speed. Like you're not gonna catch me lagging.
Nope, not pulling me over for nothing, especially my window tint.
They'd be like, it's okay for me to do over the speed limit, but not you.
Yeah, they're pretty lax on 10 miles an hour around here, like Kempsville, depending on where you're at. Yeah. But like like on that side.
There was years ago I was doing like 15 over, and like he was like in the middle, like he was turning onto the road, and I don't think he had a speedometer out. I think he was just like chilling, because I was definitely speeding, and I saw him. I was like, shoot! I was like,
on the interstate.
It was one of those like almost pee your pants moments.
Yeah.
Like, hopefully he didn't get me.
I thought about that. I was the 2 times I got pulled over twice in my mom's neighborhood. The only 2 times that I got pulled over that weren't significant.
In the neighborhood.
In the neighborhood.
There's that saying.
Yeah, it's always when you're close to home.
Yeah.
Both times I was leaving home.
But that's because you're always driving near there.
Yeah, I mean that's
more frequent.
Twice a day at least.
Yeah.
So I was driving and I was leaving. The first time I think I was going like my headlight was out. My right headlight, my Maxima. He pulled me over at like 8 o'clock. So I was actually on my way home. He was like, knock on the door. He was just kind of wanting to check, I think, because it's not I guess he just wanted to see if I was high or drunk or something.
Which you were.
I was 17 years
both.
old. I was both.
Yeah, those were the days.
Yeah. But so I got pulled over for that. He let me go. I was just like, nah. I was like, I know. I work at a shop. I'm gonna take it. Get it fixed tomorrow. And the second time was like a couple of years later. I was in the Corolla. I wasn't living at my mom's anymore. So I went to just pick up food. She used to just make dinner, and I'd go pick it up on Monday morning or Monday afternoon just to eat.
Just so you could survive.
Yeah, just to get by. This economy. But
this economy. It's only gotten worse.
Yeah. I was driving, little did I know it was gonna that was pre everything.
We were complaining then.
Yeah, never know what you got until it's not there, I guess.
We're gonna be complaining in 6 years from now.
Oh, for sure. I mean, hopefully, at least complaining from our own house. That'd be nice.
Yeah, that would be nice.
But
in this economy,
I might be living in the truck. We'll see what happens.
That very well could be a thing.
But he pulled me over for like running. He was behind me. I knew he was behind me, and I was trying to be careful, but I still ran the stop sign on accident.
Still ran it?
On accident. I was like trying to stop, but I kind of just like rolled. I didn't come to a complete.
Right.
So he follows me for like a little bit out of the neighborhood. Flashes the lights. He's like, I was shaking. Like, I don't know why. I wasn't like my arms
It was your first time?
And it was the second time, but I didn't really know what I was getting pulled. For some reason, I was nervous. It's probably, I don't know.
Because you were drunk and high, but yeah.
Yeah, I was drunk and high. I was picking up food and drugs at the same time.
Crazy.
I was shaking, and he's like, "Why are you so nervous, man?" I was like, "Honestly, I have no idea." I was like, "I couldn't even give you an answer." He's like, "You got anything in the car I should be worried about?" I was like, "No." I was like, "I ain't got nothing in here, man. You can check it through and through." He's like, "Have a good day, man." And just left.
Just left.
Yep. Too bad my third experience wasn't that easy.
He's like, I don't want to deal with this little.
Yeah, look at this little.
His eyes are bloodshot. I already know.
Scared
I'm gonna let him off.
Scared of his own shadow, let alone me. Look at him shaking. He can't even hold the.
Did he give you a warning or?
No.
No
Didn't tell me
warning.
anything. Oh, he said it was because of the stop sign.
No.
And that's when I was shaking. I was like, "What else did I do?
Yeah.
Did I run over somebody? Something?
Didn't feel it.
Did I offend you in some way?"
Well, I mean, your skin color does that.
Yeah.
So.
It does do that. Quite often, especially you.
Yeah.
Actually, yours offends me.
Well, I'm glad we can offend each other.
But I was thinking about, I just lost my train of thought when I was talking about the music, like driving. But I got to thinking, I was listening to an old Basement Yard podcast, and this wasn't like their topic, but they mentioned their first album that they had purchased when they were younger, and they knew it to a T. Like, well, this was the first disc album or album that you bought and you listened to as a kid. I was wondering if you even remember, like, did you get an album?
I think I did get a CD as a child. My
like
first
Kids
music was I remember getting a Kids Bop at one point, and like just for like one song, because they always gave you like the most random. It wasn't like an album of an artist. It was like, we're gonna give you 10 different artists.
Yeah. Well,
with 10 different songs. Yeah.
Singing.
And that was the worst part. Yeah. I remember being like, this is going to be so good. And then being like, this isn't the original song.
This isn't Katy Perry. This is
This is some idiotic kid.
This is an Avril Lavigne.
Who I should be, because I have an amazing singing voice. That's what I thought.
You probably still do.
I do.
But do you remember like a specific person, or was it probably like Kids Bop or something?
No, I don't remember my first album. I know the MP3 player, like, definitely had music there. That thing was the goat.
I think you did. That was kind of like, because you're a little younger than me. You had the MP3 player, so you didn't have to get a CD.
Well, you and Kate had yours first. I remember that.
Yeah, me and Kate.
But I did get one.
I got a red one, and I remember us listening to "Small Town USA" by Jason Aldean.
Yeah, I always think of the MP3.
Yeah,
that song.
That's a classic MP3 player song.
People these days, they don't know.
But I do actually remember mine, and I feel like if I got it, you probably. But it was the.
It was a CD.
Yeah, it was a CD. It was Brantley Gilbert. I think Halfway to Heaven.
Halfway to Heaven.
Album. 2008 or something like that.
Yeah, something old. I do remember I got like a signed Brantley Gilbert CD when I was like 6 or 7. Chris like knew somebody that like hosted a radio station or something.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I shouldn't have given it to a child because I don't know what I did with it, but it's gone.
You probably used it as a mouse pad.
I was gonna say toilet paper, but yeah, either or.
You're like, well, I'm trying to put better traction here.
I need better traction.
I remember that CD because I was jealous.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't care for it.
I think he gave you tickets.
I remember thinking it was cool.
Yeah, it was
I think
sick.
we went to the concert, didn't we?
Oh, I went to plenty of those concerts. I think we went to 2 or 3 of those concerts.
Yeah.
I was big Brantley Gilbert.
Red Solo Cup, first song I ever heard in concert.
Yeah, Toby Keith.
Yep.
Rest in peace.
That's a good song to. Yeah, he did die. Rest in peace.
He just died not that long ago.
Yeah. COVID. I think.
Yeah, no, he had cancer. So we're gonna stay away from that topic.
Yeah, we're gonna stay away.
I was what was I about to say? We were talking about Toby Keith.
CD's first album.
Passing away. I said, shit.
Throw it away. Yeah.
It's gone.
You just wasted all of our time.
It'll come back.
I hope it doesn't.
It would be nice. You know what else would be nice? A little bit more money.
Yeah, you can never go wrong with that. People that say money doesn't buy happiness is because they have money.
Well, let's
put a pin in it.
Pin in that. Sorry,
dang it.
I was thinking the other day because my dad asked me, he's like, "Your nose still bothering you?" I was like, "Yeah, I still have to mess with my nose keeps feeling."
It's from when you were 17 and you were doing dat. Coke, for you guys that don't know.
I was thinking about that when I walked into the house the other night, like a month and a half You know, working my hours. I think your mom genuinely thought that there was a chance.
That was so. Yeah, we need to tell that story.
I was just having a regular conversation with her. I walked in the house. Walk in the door. I'm talking to them. I'm kind of laughing. I'm talking about work. It's late. It's like 8 or 9 o'clock. And I'm sitting there and I'm like talking to them and I'm going, I got to do that sometimes. I got to kind of do this. Just something's going on. I don't know what it is. Probably COVID. But
yeah, and you just didn't care.
Yeah, and she was like, I'm talking like about pools. And she's like, you all right? I was like, yeah, I'm fine. I was like, I'm a little tired, but I'm fine. Yeah, whatever. We keep talking. She's like, are you sure you're all right? What's wrong with your nose? I was like, nothing. I was like, oh, it just didn't bother me for a little while. I didn't think a thing about it when she said it. I was like just an innocent little boy thinking. I was like,
innocent little boy.
She's just worried about my nose. And I go upstairs. I tell them I'm going to go take my shower. And I get in my room. And I don't know if you know, but the sound barrier from downstairs up the stairs, not too big.
No, yeah, you can usually.
Yeah, so I hear Rhonda go. And she's like, we don't know. And Chris is like, yes, you do know. And she goes, I don't know. I was like, did she think I'm doing cocaine? It's like, that is the craziest. So I called my dad.
This is Bryce trying to say he didn't. Okay.
2000.
The camera decided to stop filming.
But that was still recording, right?
Yeah, this is still recording. So I'm gonna have editing to do. Is what's gonna have to happen.
That just took a picture of us.
No, it didn't. I wish it did. I guess it only takes like 15, 16-minute videos at a time.
Oh. Well, we're back, folks.
Yeah, we're back. What were you saying?
I don't think we went anywhere.
You were still talking about mom.
Yeah, the cocaine. The dat.
Yeah, she thought you were doing that.
As Frankie would say, that I got that snowman.
I get that snowman.
So ridiculous.
Such a good shirt.
It is. His graphic T-shirts.
It's crazy that they thought that. She was like her logic was that because you work so much.
Yeah, like I would do cocaine if I'm
a high that lasts 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's. I don't even understand.
I don't know that for sure.
You sound like you know all about it. Let's hear more.
I mean, when you were 17, you used to tell me all about it.
Yeah, when I was getting pulled over left and right.
Yep. That's why you were shaking. That's a telltale sign. No, I think when I got pulled over in my neighborhood, fun fact, I don't know if I was shaking, but I was definitely nervous.
By the trash can.
Yeah. I was like, my house is literally right there, and he's like, no, you can't do it. You're lucky I'm not arresting you. That's what he said.
You were his. You were his property.
He started to unbuckle his belt, and I got scared. Thought he was going to have his way with me. He was like, I'm going to turn this camera off real quick.
You were like, sir, there's Ring cameras everywhere. So
he's like, not here.
That's why I stopped you by the trash can, sir.
We're going to go into the dumpster.
I know for a fact there's no cameras in there. I really do, because sometimes I go in there and I leave the door open or I leave something on the ground, and I don't want people to know it's me.
Oh,
So I've made sure there's no cameras in there.
You've inspected.
You never know with the HOAs.
I'll purposefully leave that door open because I don't like touching it.
Exactly. And
germs. But yeah, when it's full and you try to jam it in there and it still doesn't go in, I'll leave it on the ground. I'm like, someone will get it.
Leave it on the ground. I'll leave it on the neighbor's
yard. Good Samaritan will get it, not me.
Yeah, not me. I'm not that. I'm the Good Samaritan by leaving the door open.
So no one has to touch it.
Yeah, and then somebody comes in who's...
Yeah. The only logic I've heard is Chris be like, oh, raccoons. I'm like, when have you ever seen a raccoon in this neighborhood?
Let the raccoons eat.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you got against raccoons? They're an animal.
They're cool looking, too. Just remember.
They're like a bandit.
This morning... whatever you were about to say about a bandit, don't really want to know.
No, I was just saying raccoons look like bandits.
I just said I was in Suffolk. I got to Suffolk around like 5 o'clock this morning.
Your hometown.
Yeah, hometown. But I was in the front yard, like walking around the front yard, and this whitetail, like just a young female deer, runs across the yard, scared to death. And then I see a little male deer. He's got little tiny antlers, like this big.
Right.
And I have a picture of him on my phone. I have like.
So you stalked this deer.
He stalked me. That's the thing.
You're the one who took pictures.
He was staring at me. I was trying to work on a salt cell, and he followed me around to the salt cell. For one, tell me that's not stalkerish.
Yeah, I mean that looks like he's ready to pounce.
You think the camera could pick that up?
Probably. Let it focus, maybe.
I don't think it will.
Up there it went.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
scary.
a deer ready to attack.
Yeah,
like, I didn't know whether to be like.
That's a predator.
I didn't know whether to, like Sam said, offer him a cookie. Didn't have a cookie, but he looked. But look,
I don't think deers eat cookies.
I mean, look at him.
He's
stalking.
close.
He's trying to get to me.
I think I
That's
have
a
no
brick
fear.
wall. Oh, this is.
That's a brick
This
wall.
is when I turned around. I was trying to show like he's following me,
He was.
and now he
excited.
looks scared. Like he's scared, but really he's.
Yeah, now
watching
he's
me.
now he's prey.
Yeah, it turned around at the salt cell. But yeah, the deer
That
walked
is-
right up to me.
It
Never
would have
had a
been cool
deer.
if you pet it.
I tried. I was like trying to call him. I was doing the sound.
Yeah, deers,
He's
they
not
don't
a
know.
cat, so he didn't
Yeah,
care.
he's not a cat. You think a lion would respond to that?
If a lion was that close to me.
No, like the.
Oh, it would look at you and then it would eat your face.
Yeah, it'd be like, this idiot doesn't even know he's my next meal.
It was like, that was the dumbest thing this guy's ever done.
He
I
should have
thought
not
about
got my
letting him go.
attention.
Yeah.
I
I thought
thought
about
about
pretending
letting-
I didn't smell him.
I thought about not getting up from my comfy spot, but I'm going to.
Now he's calling me, so I might as well.
Nah, if you raise it as a cub, you can befriend it.
Which would be sick. We
Yeah,
talked about that
yeah.
already on the back on the in the olden days.
There's a true story of a bear, lion, tiger. What's that? Tigers.
Lion, tiger, and bear. Oh my.
Yeah.
Lion.
There's a real zoo that had
There's
3 of those, like one of each, in the same exhibit, and they were all friends.
Oh.
Yeah, they were just
Beautiful.
like we love each other,
They did love.
and
each
they would have
other.
loved me if I was there.
Yeah, they would
They're
have.
probably dead now.
I
They
mean-
killed each other.
Not as much as they would have loved you.
Yeah, probably not.
They
Have
would've-
you seen that dude that like
I'm talking about
has
having
made
them
himself a
away.
pack with the lions? He's got like 4 lions that he's friends
Yeah,
with.
is that guy on TikTok? Like
Yeah,
the Russian?
I mean, he's
is he
probably
Russian
everywhere.
or is he just bald?
I don't know what he is. I just know
Is there a
that
difference?
no, balds and Russians. And we're gonna get canceled for that.
There's many things I could get canceled for, probably. I don't know.
Yeah,
Probably,
just
you
your
access
skin
my
tone.
Minecraft servers is
Yeah, let's talk about how you got me banned on Red Warfare. I'll still never forgive you for that. How many years has it been? At least 10.
that was probably 2011, 2012.
Yep. And Bryce, one day, I'm
Seth
at
wasn't-
school. I'm gonna tell the story.
Yeah,
I'm at school, and Bryce is like not at school. He's like ditching. I don't know what he was doing.
probably ditching.
Yeah. But you probably fake being sick. You were like, my tummy hurts, and then you got on Minecraft. But Red Warfare, for those of you that don't know, one of the greatest Hunger Games servers. Hunger Games is like the modern or the past day battle royale.
I think it's still known what Hunger Games, you know.
Yeah,
movie.
but it used to be way more popular and awesome.
yeah, it was.
But anyway, you were playing. You killed someone.
Wasn't even hacking. Just was better than him.
Yeah. And the guy was mad at you, and you ended up responding like, I'm hacking. What'd you say?
Yeah, I said, yeah, I'm hacking. In sarcasm. Minecraft doesn't pick up sarcasm.
It's just
So-
text. It's like when you text someone.
Yeah. Now the team, the Red Warfare team, whatever
The moderators.
whatever Discord mod was carrying that thing was on it that day because I sent that message. I was banned 30 seconds later.
They probably just
That's
like, that's crazy. They didn't even like search you. They were just like, oh, he said it.
He
He
said it.
admitted to it.
Guilty by admitation.
And then tell the people your genius idea next.
I logged on to Seth's account on the same computer.
I gave him my login, trusting him to be a responsible person.
I went on there and I said, hey, so my buddy was on his account and he said he was hacking. He wasn't really hacking. Is there any way we can get him back? Instantly. Not even 30 seconds. He was like, I got banned. You got banned. And both of them were indefinitely.
Yeah, it wasn't like a temporary like stop hacking.
I wonder what he's doing now.
Probably like being a Discord moderator, saying kitten and things. Probably a fat lawyer who's got like a pee bag going down his leg. Drinks Mountain
I
Dew all
cannot
day.
believe how quickly he banned and like indefinitely is insane because we had never been banned from that server before.
Yeah, they were probably like, these guys are the top fraggers on the server. Like
Oh, we were
they're the
dropping-
best. Do you remember my like snipe that
Snipe
was
across.
out of render distance?
Yeah, it was over the building.
There was like a water gap between like an island and the main island. We remember this vividly. I was on the small island, and this dude Bryce was like chasing him, and I was like, I don't know why I was so far
I don't know,
behind.
I don't know how you got it around me.
But yeah, Bryce was chasing them. They had just got to the mainland, and like it's as far as render distance can go. Just got like he got out of my render, which means he's invisible. I shoot a bow and arrow so high in the sky, all you hear is a ding, and he pops like a balloon.
They did. They made a sound and they would explode right in front of you.
Yep.
It was like the magic bullet that hit Kennedy. It just like went around me and hit him.
I wasn't gonna compare it to that, but if you want,
compare yourself to Lee Harvey Oswald.
One of the most famous assassinations. But it was. Like that story will go down in history forever. Yeah, it's the greatest snipe. Yeah. Well, now
we'll never forget. Even if we have, God forbid,
the world knows now. I hope that guy's listening. I hope the guy that I sniped is listening. Is like, dang, it's that guy.
I remember watching it. Zach was playing with us too.
Yeah, Zach was playing. The El Buste.
El Buste. That's where
you hit each other. Because technically you weren't supposed to team. Like you could still kill each other. And a lot of the times it would get down to that. It'd be just the two of us or three of us. And like we'd either betray each other without the other person knowing, or we'd be like, okay, fists only.
No, Zach. If it was us three,
yeah, Zach.
It was like, Zach, go jump off a bridge.
Zach became Jess in that instance.
Zach never got the chance to win. No. He would vouch for that. I can't wait to be able to ask him about that. He would be like, all right, well, we're the last three. Zach.
It's really the last two.
Yeah, we know that, Zach, you're not going to beat me. So I'm going to let you kill yourself.
He was a good sport about it, though. Like he didn't care.
He was full
other than maybe like a few times.
He was like ride or die, just like the third party, just like there to help us win.
There was definitely a few times though where like he was like, "Okay, guys, let me win." We're like, "Yeah, sure." Just like win legit. Like we're gonna fight for real. We're not gonna hand it to you.
This is no longer a game.
Yeah, the game is over.
We're really gonna fight.
And then it ended with Zach throwing a bottle across the room.
Yeah, that's probably when that happened. If Zach ever asked to actually win, that was it.
Yeah, it was on site. Yep, 100%. There was no remorse.
And on site was turning around because we were all three in the same room.
we were literally within like 5 feet of each other.
Right here.
Those were the days. Yeah, it was this room.
We did a lot of video game stuff in here.
Yep. The Morgan Freeman's black joke.
Yeah. That was canceled. That's probably out there somewhere.
Well, I mean, it's a fact though. Yeah, but we spoke it into existence and we thought it was the funniest thing ever.
For some reason that was hilarious.
Yeah. It kind of was though.
It's probably
still raise it. Top 50?
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's Chris punching himself in the eye.
That was hilarious.
That's up there. It's maybe not number one. You falling down in Maggie Valley.
That was like
that's on tape, and honestly, you should edit it into this.
I shouldn't. I should find a way to delete it from existence.
You never will. Remember when they lied to you and they told you they didn't put it on Facebook?
I remember taking the camera and deleting it from the camera, and somehow it still lived on.
Your carbon footprint. Can't lose it.
It's there forever.
It's there forever.
But yeah, as a child, I was hurt very badly because of Bryce. You were the one who you were like, come here. This is hilarious. I was like,
hilarious. I made it there. I know.
No, you set me up. You set me up.
I'm sorry you didn't know how to.
You made You made the cement slightly raised. You tripped me.
Well, no, I guided you
to the trip.
To the. It was, if you're really excited and you're beelining for something, sometimes you don't see.
You fell down a mountain.
Partially, I made it. I caught myself.
If you would have fell, you would have been very hurt or dead.
I'd be dead.
And the family thinks that that's one of the funniest stories. So I kind of back you up with that.
Yeah, they would be a completely different. They're laughing. They're bawling. They're not bawling. They would be bawling. They're laughing like crazy, just sitting there making fun of me because God forbid I be a child. What am I doing with my leg? God forbid I be a child. I'm playing in the rocks. I'm kicking rocks.
You were by yourself being an idiot.
Just being a kid in the woods.
Shouldn't have been unsupervised.
Could have been a bear. Could have been anything.
It was
me. I did it to myself.
Inanimate object.
I tripped.
Oh, so you tripped.
Yeah, you probably guided me there too. You probably shot me with something.
I was probably playing Minecraft on vacation.
Actually. You were probably playing Minecraft. Zach was playing Minecraft.
Gary was gambling, playing DraftKings.
Yeah.
Friggin'
I was watching the B movie.
I can't believe you in that movie.
7 times on that trip.
I'm pretty sure right now on Netflix it's still in the top 10, and I don't understand.
It's me. I still watch it.
You just have it on repeat. You're at work listening to it.
It's just like a podcast for me. I throw it on my iCloud.
I don't even like honey.
He doesn't.
He doesn't.
Also, that guy, his response is like the most reasonable response.
Valid. Yeah, like there's.
She left him for a B.
He's the nicest bee I've met in a long time. Long time.
How many bees?
Like, everything he says in that movie is completely understandable, and he's the psycho. Like, in the movie, you watch the movie and you're like, this guy's a loser.
Yeah, who is he? Because he's actually pretty famous.
He's the guy who plays Joe on Family Guy. I don't know his name.
Really?
But he's definitely famous.
He reminds me of, what's his name? The babe. What's that guy's name? He does Batman.
I just said Batman. I just talked about him yesterday.
I talk about him quite often. I'll never remember if Dad was here.
Now that the pressure's on, I can't think about it. But now that it's on tape forever that I don't know this guy's name, I'm going to be mad at myself.
Yeah, you'll always know that.
Because he's one of my favorite actors.
You'll never know. I can look it up.
Yeah, you can look it up when I think about it.
You're not going to figure it out, though.
But yeah, that guy, Lego Batman's a funny movie, too.
Oh, not just Lego Batman, but even the Lego movie where there is Lego Batman. Yeah. Anywhere Lego Batman anywhere. Lego Batman there. Hilarious. Just stand there, just like a figure. I love that guy.
I like when in that movie, the Lego movie, they're like, we're in a serious relationship, and he's like, yeah, babe, we totally are. He's like, got room for just one dude. he wanted to get away from her.
He has those one-liners. Yeah. He's like, he'll like completely contradict himself 2 seconds later.
Okay. Yeah, he's hilarious.
I guess I should have been more specific because it gave me a link to Lego.
Should have just said Lego Batman voice actor. Bryce doesn't know how to use Google in the big 2025. Will Arnett. That's right. He's got such a unique name. He doesn't look like a Will.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
He's not a Will. No.
Wills are kind of... I don't really like the name Will. You ever seen Tires?
Because it's a word that we use.
Yeah. It's like more so like something... It's like, I will...
Like, you don't say Seth. Like, that's not a word that you use. You're directly calling me that. That's my name.
Seth.
We don't use Bryce.
No.
I'm Brycing it. What?
Well, you say that sometimes.
I'm willing to do something. It's like, what? That's not like, a name. I'm doing things.
Yeah, but it could be like you should.
Well, yeah, that's...
Accept it. On the same...
Well, you Bryced it is more used.
Yeah, because you always... I've heard you say it more times.
Exactly, because...
I'm too busy.
It's the word for mess up. It's shortened.
It's short at all.
I think it's short.
Mess up is 6, Bryce is 5. I guess so.
Yep.
But...
It's more. It's less words.
Yeah. Yeah. You Bryced it. You Sethed it. Messed up. Why are we talking?
I don't... You trying to do math is not good.
No, that was math.
Yeah, I'm glad that we got that on camera.
I'm glad that's math.
Yeah.
I did the math instantly because I went to college.
I don't think you did it instantly.
Something they didn't know in the other podcast. The world. We can make a whole gallery of these pictures.
We're back again.
It's gonna be sick. Really,
I got to figure out how to fix that.
It's on a cooldown.
That's Brycing it right there.
Yeah,
the camera is Brycing things up.
Yeah. Well, no.
Yep.
No.
That's how you use that.
No.
Coin that term. But I did actually have a topic to talk about. Unless, what were we just saying though? When the camera decided to end us?
Will Arnett, Wills.
Yeah, it's gone now.
I put a pin in that.
Put a pin in it.
Put a pin in it.
Who said that was from Bolt?
Yeah, Bolt.
That was great. Another great movie.
Great movie.
Talking about a lot of movies today. We'll have to do a ranking. To do a ranking of childhood movies. How to Train Your Dragon.
I'd have to watch it again.
They just did live action.
I remember it being so iconic because as a kid, I loved the little figures that you could get.
From How to Train Your Dragon?
Oh yeah, me and Zach used to fight with like those dragons. You know, you could get like the toy dragons. You never saw it. You would kill for that if you saw it.
Probably.
I mean, you would not now, but like back then.
Yeah. Well, still now.
Yeah, probably now, honestly.
No, the live action came out. I know you didn't see it, but I thought it was good. Obviously it doesn't have the same charm as the cartoon.
That's live action. It never does.
And they changed a lot of the actors. Astrid's brunette. Never get over that.
Brunette.
The second movie's gonna be cool though. I just rewatched the whole franchise the other day, like the animated. The second movie's got a lot of dragons.
The one with the big boy, the big boy.
The Wildebeest.
Yeah,
that's the second one.
That's the second one.
Yeah, the first one had, I can't think of his name, but it had a big dragon in it.
Did it?
Yeah, it had a really big dragon, but it wasn't the same as but wildebeest have the tusks.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's huge.
That's the one. I think it's supposed to come out next year. I think they're already making it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where are they getting the dragons?
some like probably Australia.
Yeah, laying down under.
Everything comes from there.
Everything dangerous comes from there.
Yep. But yeah,
You're,
so I had some questions for you.
I've been waiting
And
because
I was gonna answer them as well because it's not everything's about you. But it's basically, what wouldn't you do for $1 billion?
Wouldn't.
Yeah, so I'm gonna ask you these questions and you're gonna say yes or no. Would you do it for $1 billion?
Gonna be tough to
Say no.
Yeah, I feel like.
Yeah, $1 billion. That's generation money.
I don't have to go to work tomorrow, Monday.
Ever. Your kids don't have to go to work
anyways.
Their kids, and then their kids.
Oh,
The world's probably going to be gone.
I'm going to spend a lot of this
I'm
money.
going to spend a lot of money. Inflation by then, it'll be gone.
Yeah. It'll be the new
norm.
Yeah.
But I do have this in order from easiest to hardest. So as I ask the questions, they're going to get harder.
Okay.
They're going to be rougher decisions. But the first question I have is, would you wear the same outfit for 10 years? But there's also another catch, is that the outfit never matches. Mixed socks, mixed shoes.
So
But-
I'd have to be Adam Sandler.
Basically. But it's the same one outfit. So like
But you
blue
can't
and red
change?
sock,
Can you
purple
wash?
and green shoes, stupid looking shorts, plaid shirt. But you have 50 of the same fit. Like, it'll be clean.
10 years.
But you're never going to look different. It's always going to be the same.
10 years.
10 years.
10 years, I have to dress like Adam Sandler. Can I wash the clothes?
Yeah. And you have like
100%.
50 pairs of the same outfit.
100%.
You're doing it?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I'll do it too.
Yeah, for
10
sure.
years, that's an easy commitment.
Now,
You're going to look like a goofball, but you're going to tell people
I'm
and be
gonna
like,
be a rich goofball. And I'm going to hire somebody to invest that money. By the time 10 years is over, I'm going to be worth
$2 billion.
$2 billion.
Yep. I'm glad we could. 100% return. That's
I'll take it.
just buy a bunch of rental properties and scam people.
It's a lot of dat, I'll tell you that.
A lot of debt. Yeah, you could get into the Pablo Escobar market. I think he's dead. He's not going to come after us, if that's what you're worried about.
Yeah, it was. I mentioned the street route name the other day.
I'm not the first
earlier,
person to discover his business.
Yeah, just in case. I didn't want to really, throw you
Yeah.
out there. I'm not part of this.
Well, you're talking, you know his name. You've seen his face.
But just real before you go to the next one, I got about probably 10 minutes or so. I got to go to dinner.
Okay.
I got to have a margarita.
So we're going to hurry this up.
About 10 minutes. How long have we been running?
37.
Also realized I asked that question a lot in the old podcast.
Yeah, I bet you did.
I feel like the time really flew by. I know it's really already
Yeah,
4:22.
it's been kind of quick. But I'll speed through these then. Would you rather, or not would you rather, that's not what we're playing. Okay. For $1 billion, would you be famous for like a super embarrassing TikTok? It gets like 2 billion views, but it's like you in public pooping yourself or something. Like, it's really embarrassing.
So you basically got to be like,
It's like what I did, like tripping and falling, but worse, and everybody sees it. Like, you're going to be famous like Beyonce, but they're going to be like, that's the guy who pooped himself.
I don't think I really want to be famous. Like, I don't want to be out in public and people be like, you're that guy.
Who pooped himself. Like, it's
I'd be
not
like-
just being famous. It's for a bad reason.
But I would also
Embarrassing.
probably get a return on investment.
You get in $1 billion.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Hopefully I don't have to poop myself.
Well,
Hopefully it could be something
it's got to
else.
be embarrassing.
I mean,
It could be like a throw up and poop on yourself at the same time.
this morning I tripped over a rug walking out of 7-Eleven while somebody held the door for me. So that was kind of embarrassing. Got
Oh,
$1 billion
man.
for that.
That's not embarrassing enough. Nah, it's got
No,
for
it's
$1
not.
billion. It's like you're throwing the first pitch at the baseball game, and the mic is right next to your butt, and it just
I mean, yeah,
starts
for
running
sure.
down your leg.
For $1 billion, I'm doing it
Yeah,
for sure.
I think the same thing too. I'm gonna be embarrassed, but I'm gonna be rich.
I'm gonna be one rich
I'm
embarrassing.
gonna pay for a hitman to kill everybody that laughs at me. That was an easy one.
That was like Frank's dad. He's like, "Don't laugh at my dad." You haven't heard that? His dad hates for people to laugh at him.
A lot of people are laughing at him.
Yeah, his impersonation of his dad was spot on.
Yep.
Anyways,
Yeah.
you're
All right.
yeah next.
The third one is every time someone says your name, you must loudly moan, "Yes, Daddy."
Absolute. Forever.
Yeah, like
Oh,
it's only when they say your name though, so you could tell people, be like, "Hey, call me Bry." Like, that's not my real name.
Can I change my name?
Whatever, like if
For
they say
this?
your legal name,
Do they have to say my full name?
yeah, they have to say your full name. So if you have a nickname, that won't count.
So if I'm at like the DMV
And they're like Bryce Dunn.
or like a doctor visit.
Yep. Anywhere where they're gonna call you your legal name, you have to scream that out.
Yeah, I'd probably make more money off that because I'd become famous eventually.
For being the guy who moans Yes Daddy.
I mean, you get famous for
Like you have to scream it.
worse things. One
True.
time.
But you're a man.
Yeah, but there's some
One
people,
time what?
That's like they're like that guy.
Were you gonna say you already did this?
No. No, but I guess. I mean, $1 billion is $1 billion.
Yep. I would tell
That's
all my
tough.
friends and family, be like, do not call me by my name.
If you call me by my name, yeah, I'm gonna do that.
It's uncontrollable.
Because I can't help it, but I'm going to hit you.
There's gonna be violence if you call me my
Yeah,
name.
there will be.
This one's kind of similar. It's every time you hear music, your body uncontrollably twerks.
I love music. I don't think I can do that.
Like even if it's a little bit, like you're driving, it's like just can't stop moving it.
No,
Concerts are done.
I think I might have to make my own $1 billion. Honestly,
On that one, yeah, I didn't even
That's
think about
too-
that.
That affects your life too much. I listen to a lot
At the
of
wedding,
music. Yeah, I mean,
at the funeral, because that's technically music.
yeah,
You're like at
church.
someone's funeral. It's like a really serious moment. You're like, I just gotta throw it back.
Yeah, you start hearing what's Grandma's song that she once played.
Stroll over heaven.
Yeah, that song starts playing
We're not playing that at your funeral.
at my funeral.
At her funeral.
No, Grandma's funeral.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of her only wish.
Well, too bad. She don't get a wish.
Yeah,
We're gonna
Fair.
play Because I'm Happy. That's what we're gonna play. By Pharrell Williams.
it's gonna be a celebration of life.
It really will be. So no. I think no
Nah, I
too.
don't think I can do that.
I think no too. See, it's getting harder.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
Lost me.
Would you cut off a finger for $1 billion?
Oh,
you,
yeah.
you get to pick the finger.
Sure.
What finger?
Maybe is it the whole finger or just like
Yeah,
down to
it's
the
at
knuckle?
the it's a stub.
It's like down to here or
yeah,
it's down to
down to the hand. You're not getting any.
finger, the right ring finger.
Right ring finger? I think that's the right. Actually, I have my ring on that. I guess I can move the ring to my other hand. Yeah, I would do that because you need your pinky
Yeah,
for that bottom
you can
grip.
still do this.
A lot of people would say your pinky, but they don't know.
No, you need that.
Yeah, you need it.
Your pinky's very
You're still
important.
going to lose a lot of grip strength, losing a finger.
I'll get it back.
Mm,
I'll devote like
get a metal finger
cut off my whole hand.
for $1 billion. I guess we're changing the question. Would you do that for $1 billion?
Yeah, take it.
Which hand?
Left hand.
Yeah, obviously.
I'd
Man,
drive
that
with
would suck.
hand. I'd look like a robotic.
Actually, I would do my right hand because my left hand's got all the ink on it. I spent too much money on it. Actually, but my right hand's
You're
dominant.
getting $1 billion.
Yeah.
Worried about money? Just take
Yeah.
the left hand. Put the same tattoo on your right
Yeah,
hand.
that's what I would do.
There you go, genius.
Good, nice job
Yeah.
destroying the set.
Now worth nothing.
Yeah, it was worth a lot before that.
Yeah, it's, it happens. Stuff happens.
Next one.
All right.
Would you eat one live bug every day? Random bug, no substitutions.
I don't get to pick.
No, you don't. It can be a beetle. It can be a roach. It can be.
If it's a roach, no, absolutely not. If it's a water bug or a roach, I would rather be hanged at the stake.
$1
What
billion?
do they call it? I'm not eating a roach.
Yeah, it's living too. That's the part.
No, I'd probably get some crazy disease or something. I don't know. I'd rather shoot.
What if you were
myself.
guaranteed that it's sanitary, but
Okay.
it's just an alive bug
Nope. If I'm guaranteed
for
that
$1
it's
billion?
if I'm guaranteed it's like a grasshopper or a cricket, crickets are kind of gross too. Can I cook them? No,
No,
I can't cook it.
it has to be squirming when you
Nah,
bite into it.
no, I'll forever live with my.
I think I would do that. I mean, like, I would just have to close my eyes and, like, take a shot of vodka at the same time. Like, yeah, if I'm able to eat it, I'm probably able to swallow it pretty quickly.
I mean, eventually you probably get used to it.
Or you just throw up.
You have a good chaser.
Yeah, you need a good
Wait,
chaser.
yeah, I'd just get drunk every day. It'd be like my party trick.
It didn't say what time you have to eat this bug. It could be right at night.
I'd have like 6 shots beforehand. Be like everybody, it wouldn't be a roach, hopefully.
Right.
Like a grasshopper.
Like, yeah,
Well,
you're hoping
grasshoppers-
you're getting like an ant.
Yeah, they're kind of cool. Grasshoppers are kind of cool, but
So you'd eat one.
I
The
don't
thing
wanna
you think
eat
is
it.
cool.
I want to
Get $1 billion.
see him jump around, be happy, but I'm gonna eat you
You're gonna take that away from him.
because I need $1 billion, kind of thing. You know.
It's like a man in a
thing.
black suit like comes to your house every day with a small plastic cage, and it's like, this is the bud.
He's got sunglasses, really dark sunglasses.
Yeah, like Men in Black style.
Yeah. Is he gonna?
Yep.
Is he gonna?
He's not gonna watch you, but
Okay.
they'll know if you don't eat it.
How does he?
They'll know.
Okay.
They have a chip in the bug or something. I don't know.
Once it crushes, all I gotta do is step on it.
Yeah, yeah. All right, next one. All animals hate you. They run away. They fear you.
That deer.
Yeah, that deer would sprint away. Predators would attack you. But, like, most importantly, dogs. They would just be like,
Yeah, they wouldn't like me.
no, not at all.
Dogs like me. I like dogs. So
I don't know about that, but
most dogs.
you think that. I'm
feel
sure
like
if we had a dog on this podcast.
he'd be chilling right here, and he'd be favoring my side.
I don't
He'd be
think
like
that's true.
leaning over, and not like fully. He doesn't want you to know, but he's like, "This is my guy."
To me.
No, I'm leaning this way. This is my
No.
side.
Nope.
Ah,
We'll get a dog one day.
but they don't like me. But what if I? I guess I could just never have a pet.
Yeah.
$1 billion. I mean, I do love dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
We're gonna need an answer.
I'm gonna have to say.
That's not an answer.
No.
No?
No, I like dogs. I don't need $1 billion.
I would do
I
it.
love it.
I would do it for sure. That's like so easy. Just like,
pet ever.
yeah. Friggin'. Well, some people have
Money
pets and
isn't
they don't.
everything,
Some
Seth.
people have pets and their pets don't like them. So
Yeah, losers. Losers. That's a little harsh, but
no. Well, I think
Probably
it's
losers.
right, but
yeah.
it would be rough. But for $1 billion, I don't have to worry about anything ever again.
No.
Except for being alone.
You'll be alone.
Yeah. No animals like me.
Dogs are the only thing that give like unconditional. Like you can never do anything. They don't live that long, but you know whatever.
Age-old question: would you be chased by a snail for the rest of your life? And if it touches you, you're dead.
Oh, I was thinking about this the other day.
You can't stop its movement either. You can't block it. Like it always has.
Yeah.
It can always move, but like they move so slow.
It's an immovable fort. What do they call it?
Yeah, immovable object,
Something.
whatever that is.
Whatever it is, science something. But yeah, I would do that because I'm not really scared of a snail.
Yeah,
I've seen snails.
they're
I'm scared
gross.
of them. Saw a TikTok the other day. This
Pour
lady
some
was,
salt on it.
yeah, I just carry salt in my pocket all the time. I'd be like salt.
But you can't kill it. It's.
I know, but he'd be scared of it.
You'd be scared.
But
You'd have to
I-
go around it.
Yeah, I'd just make a circle. He'd be like,
That's part of the first thing I said. That is that you can't prevent its movement. This snail,
Oh, yeah,
he doesn't care about
he
salt.
Doesn't care.
He likes
Super
salt.
snail.
he gets stronger, bigger and faster.
Yeah, I would do that just because they did the math. You could just move across the country once every like 5 or 6 years or so.
Probably longer than that.
Yeah,
but
probably.
yeah. You don't even have to move countries.
No, I could. United States is big.
But $1 billion is you have the freedom to do whatever you want.
Yeah, I would buy a jet.
Yep.
Fly across the country every so often.
Yep.
Trick his mind. Going.
So easy yes.
vacations. Yeah, easy yes.
Easy yes. Okay.
For sure.
What about you can't leave your house for 10 years? Like you can't even step outside. You can look outside. You can open the door. But you cannot step out.
No. No, I like experiences. I like going to
But, like,
Mexican.
See, the thing is that you can
Margarita.
buy like a mega mansion and then start the challenge.
Yeah, but I'm still.
You
I
can
can
put your own.
preemptively use the $1 billion before.
Yeah, you get like a month or something prep time to build your dream house.
10 years is a long time.
It is.
I don't think I could do it.
Yeah, you're a coward.
I'd be one pale somebody. I bought a tanning bed, but I don't want to do
Yeah,
that.
buy a tanning bed.
What am I
You
doing?
just solved your question immediately.
Yeah, but I don't think I'd do it.
So now.
Another.
I did
another
move
one
the
for
camera a
books.
little
You
bit,
did.
but
Now it's
okay, we're good
slightly
now.
Off. I will never be able to not see it. Anyways, probably got time for one or two more.
Yeah. Get shot in a non-vital area with a 9mm, and you can't call for help until after.
Non-vital, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, shoot me.
You take the bullet?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna rapid fire then. I'm doing it for 100%. Every night you dream about your death in brutal ways. Is it like it's a different way every night? Like burning, falling, drowning. It's every single night without fail.
No, I'd probably go crazy.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think I wouldn't do that. That's a hard one.
Dreams will get you.
I like this one. Would you clone yourself and kill your clone with your bare hands? It begs, it screams, it's you.
But it's my clone.
Yeah, it's your clone, but like it knows who you are. It knows that you're its maker, and it wants to live. And you got to do this you're not getting a weapon. You have to strangle it or like head choke it.
Yeah, I mean, it would kind of suck, but you're a clone.
You don't think you'd have like a existential crisis?
It would probably mess me up for a little while. I'd probably have to get a lot of therapy.
Bare hands, yeah. Be like I killed myself.
Yeah.
But you do it.
Yeah, I would do that.
That is crazy. Okay, the last one I'll ask is, would you delete yourself from everyone's memory?
Spider-Man.
Yeah, basically Spider-Man. That's a spoiler. People are going to be mad.
I feel like, yeah. Sorry.
Sorry.
I feel like the only way that's a good reason, not a reason, but like, all right, well, I guess I'll do it, is if you're saving the world, like Spider-Man was. Not for $1 billion. I don't want to.
Yeah.
That's all.
You can reintroduce yourself. Be like, hey, Dad. Be like, what?
Yeah, that would suck. That would crush me.
So now.
Yeah, I'd be like, Sam,
Yeah, Sam
Bryce. She'd be like, what are you? Get out of my room.
Be like, you're a gross loser.
Why are you here?
Be like, I hate your hair.
You're disgusting.
Yep.
I hate your face. I hate
your truck.
Your truck is...
Just everything she said she liked, she hates now.
And then I get the full... She'd be like, yeah.
Yep.
No, unless I'm saving the world like Spider-Man. I don't think
that wasn't the question.
That'd be too crushing. Well, it is the question now.
It's not.
I'm giving the interview.
This is my interview.
But yeah, no, I don't think I can do that.
So, what was your definitive answer on killing your clone?
Oh, yes.
You're doing it?
He's dead. Dead. Kill you dead. Gone.
Like he's crying as
he's crying.
His last breath is like, please.
Welcome to life. Life sucks.
He was just
Bryce.
introduced to it.
Yeah.
That's why you were able to beat him.
Welcome in, welcome out. See ya. Go back to your clone home.
Would you make another afterward?
No.
No. Yeah. You don't want two of you.
Nah.
Things can get scary then.
Yeah, it's too much for the world.
It is. But I think that was a pretty good podcast.
Not too bad. Not too shabby.
No.
Knock the rust off.
Yeah. It was a good reintroduction. Hopefully next week we have a guest.
We might. Probably will.
Might be.
I'm probably going to have a margarita in about 20 minutes.
Hopefully I can edit this without killing myself.
Yeah, you're going to have to get those
in
pictures.
In Minecraft.
Can you send those pictures to me?
They're not pictures. It was just stopping the video.
It makes a...
Which I gotta figure out how to stop that. I don't know why. This thing was like, 16 minutes, we're going to stop on the dime.
Yeah, maybe it was just telling us something.
Only 16-minute podcasts.
Yep.
It just made my editing job a lot more complicated. More work.
Yeah, that's...
I'm going to have to literally listen to this right now.
It's going to be kind of cool to listen to it back 4 times. But I guess
that's life.
That is life. That's what you gotta do. You gotta do things you don't want to do. Gotta work. Gotta edit. Gotta send me those pictures.
I'm not.
Can you screenshot?
I'm not even gonna upload this. I'm not even gonna edit it. I'm just gonna give up now.
This is it. Well, we'll remember whatever today is. I don't know. June 28th.
Yeah.
June 28th. 2025.
This day will go down in history.
This is one for the books.
But we should be seeing you guys next week.
One more week.
Look forward to that.
Yeah.